Welcome to Golden Drop, everybody. My name is Sharon McDonald, and I'm so happy to be here with you to be able to share with you some tips and tricks, in-depth information on bone nutrient and phytoestrogen from doTERRA. I'm talking about these because this is often something that people come to me with as a result of them having breast cancer or some sort of a hormone inhibiting situation where they need help. Okay, extra support. And so this is not a diagnosis. This is not a prescription. I wanted to be able to share with you my experience using these products and give you some of my in-depth research that I have done with this, and hopefully it will be helpful for you. So without any further ado, let's get going. We want you to be robust and easy using essential oil and product users. So let's talk about this. What is bone nutrient? What is phytoestrogen? So let's start with phytoestrogen. Here's bone nutrient. And what phytoestrogen is it takes care of 27 different hormones. And people get worried and freaked out about the word estrogen in here. And what this does is this is not an estrogenic type of product. It is not going to increase your estrogen production. It's not going to make those cell receptors that you have go wonky and crazy and do what you don't want them to do when you have receptor positive issues going on in your body for estrogen. What this actually does, which is beautiful, because I got a message yesterday from a gentleman who has low testosterone. So we're going to talk about all three components. What do bone nutrient and phytoestrogen do? Who are they good for? And we're going to talk about Mito2 Max. All right, so let's get going on that. So here's the scoop. Phytoestrogen specifically, like I said, 27 different hormones are taken care of with this combination right here, okay, with this specific combination. So with this, you're taking care of three dominant hormones. And in these hormones, right, they're the ones that are your estrogen, your progesterone, right, those three things that make us run how we're supposed to run. So what we want to do is we want to understand, what does phytoestrogen do then? Why do they call it phytoestrogen? It is a plant-based, mineral-based product that helps even out, okay, your hormone levels. So if you're high in estrogen, it's going to bring you to baseline. If you're low in estrogen, it's going to bring you up. Okay, if you're high in progesterone, it's going to bring you normalized, right? And if you're low in progesterone, it's going to bring you up, right? Same with our testosterone levels. It's going to level out those main hormones that we have that run our bodies and make us work well. The other cool thing about this is the bone nutrient portion really helps to level out. What I love about this is that it helps level out all of your other hormones. So that means together 27 different hormones. When your nutrient level, when your levels of your when your mineral levels are, I couldn't get that out. When your mineral levels are up where they should be, your organs work properly. And so specifically to the pituitary gland, right, and our thyroid, those, and liver, right, those organs, right, not organs, so the liver's an organ, but those other two components really help run our entire field of operation for hormone production. What happens when we put together this bone nutrient? We're getting the proper amount of minerals in our body to be able to push us forward into what we need to be doing. And together, the combination is really critical. The other thing that I want to point out is you need to add an extra vitamin D to your source. I like vitamin D in liquid form better to add to this because it's so helpful. It's easy to use. It's not another pill. You know, when you're taking your lifelong vitality and then you add in your bone nutrient phytoestrogen, and then, oh my gosh, you need to have that extra support with this Mito2 Max, right? It's gonna, help me. So I want you to understand that when people write me and they say, I'm taking so many pills, I'm like, well, these pills are nutrition for your body. They're whole food organic supplements that are helping your body run at optimal capacity. It's the mitochondria are all fluffy and nice. Your cells from your omegas are all fluffy and nice. And your mineral levels are high. And when all of that is working properly, your body hums. All right? Your hormones level out. And so what I tend to offer is it's not medication. Because if we look at supplements as medication, we're going to run into trouble. Okay. And so there's a lot of research, if you delve into it, in the phytoestrogen world that shows that this type, the strain of this estrogen is not what you're looking for, right? In the way of receptor positive situations. Okay. Let's jump for a moment now into the male portion of this. Women do really well with Mito2 Max because what it does for us is boosts our testosterone levels, okay? That's why you get energy from this. That's why it's so awesome to take before you go exercise, but it helps level out your hormones. And for men who have low testosterone, this threesome here together, you guys, excellent for you. Excellent for you to add in, and it doesn't work for everyone, but men specifically who have low testosterone, I say all the time, I ask, there's two things, men with low testosterone and women with high estrogen in their body. So they're being called estrogen dominant, okay? If that's you, I want you to look at what are you eating out of plastic? How much do you serve your food in plastic or eat out of plastic? How much do you drink out of styrofoam cups or plastic cups? Because if you're getting a big gulp every day and you're drinking out of a big plastic jug, all of those chemicals are going into your jug and leaching that plastic out into your system. Then what happens with that is there are these what they call xenoestrogens. They're alien estrogens that come into the body. And then they're like, wait a minute, like the body's saying, oh my gosh, wait. I don't need this. Like, what is this? This is extra. So then it stores itself in our fat and in our organs and it just gets stuck. And so those xenoestrogens build up over time and then cause issues like what we're seeing with so many people. High estrogen levels, low testosterone levels, because now we're getting, man boobs for men, production failure for them, which is devastating, right? And low energy. So if you're a man and you have low energy and you don't know if you have low testosterone, this might be a really great product for you to try. And don't be afraid of it. Don't be afraid of it at all. So that's my tip today. Renee, I don't know if there are any questions, any concerns, any comments.
I have a question and I'm looking for it. So hang on one second.
Okay.
A friend of mine asked about low testosterone.
Yeah.
So I went through the whole thing. Oh, it wasn't for a man, it was for her.
This is an awesome product. For anybody that's addicted to caffeine, low testosterone, or needing a boost of energy, this is your cup of tea.
Really? Okay.
People say it's catnip and it's filled with extra stuff that we don't need, but I'm telling you right now, this is the bomb. It works so well. Is that helpful?
Yeah, absolutely.
Awesome. I hope that this has been helpful for you. I did a double dose of this when I was trying to get my hormones in balance after being diagnosed with breast cancer. I was 13% positive. Again, I want to reiterate, this is not a diagnosis. I'm sharing my experience. I was estrogen dominant, I was estrogen dominant, but I also had 13% receptor positive on my scale. My doctors were baffled because for the amount of cancer that was in my system, they felt like I should have been up at the 98 percentile, 93 percentile, should have been in the 90s. And when I wasn't, they were like, what's going on? Well, what happened was I had a really good dose of essential oils every single day in my system all the time that leveled me out in many, many different ways. But I was taking these in Lifelong Vitality. So what I did to be able to get those under control, I had 6 months from my diagnosis to the time of my surgery to be able to get my hormones under control so that I didn't have to go on a hormone altering drug. Okay, that was what I was trying to avoid. I didn't want to be on tamoxifen or anything like that that blocked estrogen. So what I did was I went on a double dose of this all of January, February, March, and April. Okay, and in April, then I started to go back down to a normal routine. Okay, and what I did with that was I just doubled the dose, right? That's what I did every single day. And that worked out really well for me. I also cut my sugar and I went to a really good organic, I was already on an organic diet, but a really great, more plant-based diet. Really looking at the proteins when I was bringing it in, how I was bringing it in. I was very, very, very structured in the way that I ate so that I could really get this under control. When I had my surgery, I got back the pathology report that I was at 0. So I'd taken them from 13% positive to 0. And we don't know when that transpired, but the result was what the result was. At the time of surgery, pathology report was taken, given, received, and I was done. So I was not turned over to an oncologist. I didn't have to do anything. I just do thermography every year to check my breasts. And I get a great result from that, and it's fabulous. So if you have any questions, just make the comments below here on YouTube in the comment section, and I will get back to you. Again, this is my experience and I'm not diagnosing anything. I'm just sharing my experience and my knowledge from massive amounts of research. So we want to welcome you and thank you again. If you're watching this on replay, we really appreciate you and hope you have a beautiful day. Bye, everybody.